Hey, good morning to everybody. Again, happy Sunday. It's Daryl here. It's about 7:30 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. I had no plans of making this video. As you can see, I just walked in the door. I just did 1 hour, a 4-mile walk around town, and the whole time I was thinking about the Will Smith incident. Okay. Look, I know the Will Smith incident. It's so over. People are sick of it. As soon as that came out, I saw the story 2 a.m. Monday morning. I knew it was going to be one of those stories that was just going to skyrocket up. Everybody'd be talking about it, and it would die just as quick, and people would be sick of it, and that's what happened. Okay. I wouldn't be making this unless there was something significant. There's a lot of stuff that's popped up about this story, about Will Smith and this and that and Chris Rock. And that's not what I'm going to talk about. Okay, on my community page, I posted an interesting picture I found of me about 25 years ago, before and after, the person I used to be. And some of you would be pretty amazed. I wasn't kidding when I told you guys I've done a lot of hard work over the last 15 years, especially. I was overweight. I was missing every tooth I had was broken off at the gum line. Every single tooth I had. Anyway, check out my community page. This pertains to what I'm going to talk about. Okay, when I made those videos, especially the one where I took Will Smith's side. I knew in my heart, even as I was making that video, that I was being kind of a hypocrite. Not kind of a hypocrite, a hypocrite. I come on here, I talk about the old days, when I used to get in trouble and be in altercations, and how that, I'm trying hard, and, I'm trying to, stay, I'm so glad I'm out of that life. And yet I come on here and cheer Will Smith on. Even as I made that video, I knew that I would be making another video like right now. And here's what I surmised. I for some reason, I couldn't empathize. I strongly empathized with Will Smith right off the bat. I just put myself, I could relate to him. I'll say this, I'm not making excuses, but I think looking back, I think this had a lot more, there was a lot more going on in Will Smith's head than just this incident. We've all heard talks about, his wife and supposedly other men and stuff. And that's not what the video's about. But if for some reason I just, and I'm not going to make a big deal out of that. For some reason, I empathized very much with Will Smith, and I couldn't empathize at all. I could not relate to Chris Rock, and I'm still almost having a hard time. And this morning I really started not forcing myself, but putting myself, consciously making an effort to empathize, to relate to how Chris Rock felt. And man, I'm embarrassed. I was wrong. I'm ashamed. I thought about it. It was a sucker shot. There was no good way. Chris Rock was screwed. There was no way to take this. As Will Smith strode up, even if Chris Rock had an idea of what he was going to do, there was, in the back of his head, he must be thinking, there's no way Will Smith is actually going to get physical right now, and there was nothing Chris Rock could do. It's almost like his hands were behind his back, like somebody was holding his hands behind his back, because there was really nothing he could do. He was a sitting target, and that must have felt terrible. And then recovering from that, I think all people, all men, all people would be somewhat embarrassed, of just getting hit like that on stage. I know I've been hit like that and plenty harder, and it rings your head. Your head rings, man. And how he was able to finish that, I have no idea. So here's the big picture, though. Here is what I knew. There would be a learning lesson to come from this for me. I'd make a final video like this. And I started thinking about it. Will Smith, all the hard work he's done over the years, from Fresh Prince to the movies, his foundations, all his efforts, everything is in music, in movies, and everything. What is he gonna be known for now? The slap. All those years of hard work. all of those years of hard work are gone, are thrown away in the matter of what, 30 seconds. It's, you know, and it's going to change his whole legend, his whole life, history, the way people look at him forever. Just like, it just reminds me so much of that saying, when we do good, nobody remembers, and when we do bad, nobody forgets. And it's, you know, it could be the truth. And that, this morning, man, bam, that resonated with me, you know, and that's why I brought up the before and after picture you'll see on my community page. God knows I've done a lot of hard work that I'm very proud of in the last 15 years. I mean, it was not easy. It's the hardest thing I ever did. And there was multiple hard things. I talk about my teeth. I sat in a dentist chair. I couldn't have painkillers. I was in that dentist chair for over 7 hours. This is after I'd been clean for about 8 months. All my teeth were rotted and broken off of the gum line, all of them. And I remember I must have bent the arms on that dentist chair. They had 2 students working on me, and they had to cut and dig out all the roots. That night, man, I couldn't even stand up. My face was swollen, and I couldn't have any painkillers. You know, my mother was sitting in the waiting room the entire time. And she says, Daryl, you know, she heard some noises, and she says, Daryl, I have no idea how you did that, you know, to this day. All that hard work, I've lost over 100 pounds, being clean and sober from heroin and crack cocaine, something only like only 3% of recovering people manage to accomplish. These are things that I've done. And I could throw you know, looking at Will Smith, learning from this incident, you know, I could undo all of that by just not thinking, by acting from my gut, acting from a place of rage, fear, or whatever. And that right there is the reason why I'm making this video. You know, and that just clicked this morning because I see Will Smith resigning from the Academy. And just, you know, now there's already talk that that 2 of his projects have been put on the back burner. Bad Boys 4 and another one. You know, and already the repercussions are coming. And if you think about it, you know, he's damaged goods now. His entire life, I think he's probably around my age. His entire life, you know, he you know, from a kid in the ghetto of Philadelphia to a superstar, a movie superstar, and it's tainted, it's dirtied, it's damaged now because of just one of 30 seconds, a flash of anger, and it's just all tainted, all not completely thrown away, but you know, his legend, everything. That's what he's now. That's all he's going to be remembered for. I mean, that's beyond sad. That's, you know, and like I said, one thing I've learned in the last 15 years, I must learn from my mistakes. And another thing, if it's at all possible, let me learn from other people's mistakes so that I don't have to go through the horror and the pain of some of these, you know, some big mistakes. And hopefully, I'll keep this in my head next time I get very angry, next time I think I need to stand up for my manhood or some foolish thing that I really don't have to do. I hope to God that I remember this. All right, you guys have a great Sunday.